living here in Allentown.
Black helicopters, Tony Hinchcliffe.
You didn't.
This Russell Peters is mean. She's actually a black.
Well, I'm from North Bergen, New Jersey. We know how to hide in the bushes.
Joe Rogan and Dom Irrera.
Dom Irrera and Joe Rogan.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Rogan. It's Joe Rogan and Russell Peters, everybody. Joe Rogan, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Joe Rogan and Dom Irrera.
Yeah, it feels good in here.
It's a good spot. I'm a little too high to be talking to people, so no eye contact, nothing crazy. Nobody get out of line. No picture fests.
I was just starting to...
Because you're not... You would owe me $10.
Boy, we've gotten off to a fucking roaring start.
What the fuck was that?
Shit's hilarious from the jump. You know what the fuck you just did after you drink one of those. Dude, you know what the fuck you just did.
That's Mistake City. So,
That's where all babies come from. That stuff. That's the fuck it, leave it in juice. I don't care, I don't care. Ah, freedom!
Joe Rogan, you're one of the greatest, cutting edge,
he was
brilliant,
101.
smart, funny stand-up comics ever. Your body of work is huge and beautiful, and you're always coming up with new stuff.
So the question is...
I'm getting hard as fuck.
Hey, I'm talking about you.
My balls are tingling and shit.
All this. Leading up to, where's your favorite place to write comedy?
To write it, actually on airplane seats. I don't know what it is about being in the sky, but when it's terrifying.
The only place you
just
can get
give in
higher.
so much. Yeah, you can't get any higher, but it's also the act of being in a plane is somewhat terrifying, especially if you're high on edibles. And you're on an airplane, it's a terrifying thing, and there's something about being terrified that makes you creative. Mm-hmm. So I come up with a lot of shit, like when I go like, oh no, I come up with a lot of that on airplanes.
I love that. That's
Sometimes I put a whole lot of love on it in a loop.
Yeah.
So well, thank you both.
Nothing but
thank
that.
You very much.
And after a while, it becomes like a meditation after you heard it for like the 20th time. Don't let this discourage you. You can still make it.
Yeah.
You just don't tell that joke again. That's a part of the process. You're going to do a bunch that don't work at all. And you're going to beat your head against the wall until you figure it out.
Some people told me not to tell it, and I said, fuck you.
Those people were the right people. You gotta listen to them. They're the right people. You're the wrong one. You're crazy.
Can you remember anything embarrassing that you did on stage, or not embarrassing, but something that you can't believe that you did when you first started out?
One time I was doing okay. It was like in the early days. I was like real shaky, like a colt, just coming out of a vagina. Like I could have a terrible set at any given moment, and I would be doing good, but then something would go wrong, and I'd just go right into the tank. And I was on stage, and I was doing okay, like things were going my way, and I knocked over my drink, but I tried to ignore it. I knocked over my drink, and then I'm like, just fucking don't even look at it. And the audience was like, this bitch is scared. And those little monkeys, they smelled it.
Yeah.
I went from having a good set, doing well, to in the shitter, all because I knocked over a drink and I just didn't address it.
Wow.
I don't think any comedian could beat you in a fight.
I think you could probably beat me in a fight. I
Me?
would let you. I love you too much.
Aww. What's your least favorite kind of foreigner?
I feel like I just saw a cat step in front of a mouse and go, no, it's okay.
I'll tell you, but I'm just thinking.
No, I love it.
Specifically, in my experience, Filipinos from Manila.
Wow.
Whoa. Are you alienating an entire gigantic city in the South Pacific?
Yes, I am.
That might be the craziest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
What kind of a database are you drawing from?
All right.
I mean, I would think you need to meet a lot of fucking Filipinos before you make such a snap judgment.
But if you're a Filipino and not from Manila, you're like, yeah, fuck them.
This is...
You been with a SAG, bro?
I got rid of those when I was young. I cut that off at an early age. I was like, one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah.
I remember that show.
They're too hairy for me.
Yeah, they just swing at you and shit.
They what?
They'll fucking swing at you.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Well, not all of them. I'm not
Yeah.
generalizing.
Right.
Just the ones that were willing to fuck me at the time.
No, yeah.
Were all
They are
swinging
crazy.
at me, too.
And that's, that's
Crazy
like,
bitches.
yeah. All the American red, white, and blue shows being hosted by English guys. It's like they're getting their revolution.
Black helicopters. The nation is at sleep right now. And the time will rise when the internet lets the world know what the fuck is going down. Black helicopters, Tony Hinchcliffe.
What is that?
Alien babies, implants, the NSA, the documents,
I can already...
chemtrails. Bigfoot was a CIA implant. They put him in the desert to lure out susceptible hikers.
So what do you say when people say like when you're
me.
dirty, you're cheating or
I
you're
figured out a long time ago that those are people that I don't want to talk to.
Right.
So I just go whatever. Saying bad words and talking about real shit is somehow or another it's out of the intellectual reach. What is it? It's the place where you don't go. It's dirty. Why? Because Nabisco says so. Right. You're selling crackers on the Tonight Show. You goofy fuck. It's ridiculous. Such a fucked up way of putting it. Oh, you think they can take those jokes and make them funny?
No,
I don't really see that happen.
I mean,
no, that's exactly what I just
Joey
said she
Diaz
could do.
could.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Joey Diaz could get up there.
Wait,
and
say one of them again. The quickest one.
I planned a school shooting, but I never hired a photographer.
I planned a school shooting, but I never hired a photographer, cocksucker. That's how I'm hiding. You know me, dog. Old school. Well, I'm from North Bergen, New Jersey. We know how to hide in the bushes. We'll just keep going. It would be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know why I would bring a nuclear bomb on my 100th episode that could totally detonate at any point, but I decided to go for it anyway. Let's see how it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the one and only, the original Iron Patriot.
So you might not remember this, but a while back on the Joe Rogan Experience number 367 with Bobby Marcus.
Are you going to tell me the same shit you already told me backstage?
No, but I want to in front of the podcast crowd. Red
Why are
Man
you
played
pretending like you didn't already say it then?
Okay.
You said you might not remember this. Motherfucker, you just told me. What a shitty way to begin a conversation.
Okay, well, this is a question I'll ask. You go all over the world with Tony doing comedy. Now, what's it like going on the road with him? Is he, compared to other partners you've went with?
These questions are fucking terrible. I refuse to help you.
And it's not called partners. I know, what are you? We're not comedy partners.
Okay, this is the last try. This is the last try, Joe. One more try.
No, you fuck.
No more questions, Patriot.
It's terrible. There's no potential.
Can I do one more try?
No, Patriot, fucking no, you son of a bitch. No. Regan, do you have any questions for our guests?
Yeah, I do. Joe, in episode 299.
See, Patriot, that's why I got a fucking new guy. You got replaced, homie.
That's called timing, son.
Yeah.
Do you want me to finish the question? I heard a fart noise, and I was just wondering who made the fart.
Who's on the? I've never made that on camera. Who's on the podcast?
Dom.
Are you serious?
What?
Next question, Dom Irrera.
The world has all different kinds of people. Some people are great for certain jobs. And then, sometimes it just doesn't work.
It's true.
It doesn't mean that you can't be a comedian, but you can't be one right now.
What part of Pennsylvania?
Allentown.
Wow, wrestling town in the northeast part of, or northwest part of it.
It's mining town.
Yes.
Did you do comedy there?
A little bit. It just kind of developed the last 2 years.
That's a fucking Billy Joel song.
It is.
Depressing as fuck. That's what happened.
How long?
I mean, I know it seems weird, but like there's bars in San Diego, and just getting out of LA will definitely help out. I think just you get kind of burnt out in this town, and just doing the mics around here.
He's trying to send you off.
Yeah. Get out of here. You know where the real
Very
comedy
close to Mexico. He's hoping you get drunk across the border.
Yeah.
Can't find your
I'm
ID.
telling you, the real comedy boom right now is in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Working on the railroad is the big thing.
I'm just saying, 100 years ago, China was a third world country, right? And now they're our biggest threat. When's the last time you saw some Chinese dude throwing down on some railroad tracks?
I felt like I was doing meth with a dude who works at Ralph's. One of those dudes in the back that stacks the boxes, and we'd already closed the place down. And we're hanging out in the alley behind the supermarket, and the dude just wouldn't shut the fuck up, and I had to go home. That's what I felt like listening to.
We could barely heard you and had you at 11.
Well, maybe that's better.
And also you were competing with the mic stand, but that's your not.
I don't mean to be pedantic.
Well, you're talking like super technical.
Yeah.
There's a lot more issues. Talk about slavery. Everybody's asshole tightens up. And like, what's this white guy talking about?
Yeah.
And then you have to like really be good to get them out of that. You know, and it takes a long time. You're not going to do it in a minute. Like if anybody came up here and did a minute about slavery, like fuck, man, you got to make a quick point, and it's got to be really worth doing that. Like
it helps if you're black.
Good point.
The worst part about British guy is that guy is me, so fill the fucking bread on! Come on!
Oh yeah, that's right, the big twist.
Yeah.
So you're the British guy that's telling the roommate to fill up the water.
He's the M. Night Shyamalan of comedy.
Yeah. Makes sense, because I didn't really like it.
Twist bait. You say that you're the Brita guy. What are the words that you say? When you say, so I'm the Brita guy, so what do you...
Fill the fucking Brita!
You say it like Brad Pitt. Like Brad Pitt, when he was talking to Kevin Spacey. When Brad Pitt was talking to Kevin Spacey, he was like, what's in the box? Fill the Brita! Is that your inspiration for the way you delivered that? Because it sounded sometimes desperate. Like that. Like you nailed the...
Oh no, someone went gross, and I was like, oh, whatever.
I think what they were doing was because someone was going...
Oh yeah, they can do that.
I think they were like, ew, don't be a dick. Am I right? Or you don't have to say?
They're all shut down.
If I'm wrong, say something.
Yeah.
Well, you're Well, you were right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Damn, people are mean.
Shot. Now I'm wondering if I'll get latent autism.
Okay, this was a tweet from so long ago.
Wow.
And he remembers it word for word. I haven't even thought about it.
Because he jacks off to it every night before he goes to bed.
Oh my God.
He's got a picture of you, he squats over it. You're distracting the fuck out of everybody in those yoga pants, kid.
Yeah. You did a nice job of it.
Stop doing that. You got too much junk in the trunk to be on stage in fucking yoga pants.
Especially this front row can totally see your vagina.
Talking about dicks. Talking about landing on dicks. Like, what? Everybody's like, is she joking? Are there jokes here? Talking about Don Irrera. He's Italian. The woman on stage. Someone's a meatball sub in front of him.
Ryan J. Ebelt over there, he draws a picture.
Like
as
courtroom style?
Yeah. Yeah.
Trippy courtroom.
And he draws like the theme.
Can you make me black?
He'll do it.
Yeah, it's done.
Fuck yeah. 48 seconds to Tony James.
Run, Tony. Just run. Get out of here, dude. Just fucking run. Don't stay here for this. Don't stay here for this. You don't want this in your soul. You don't want to hear it, man. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it, man. You don't want to feel it. You don't want to remember it. You don't want none of this. Well, let me ask you. How do you think that went?
Well, that pretty well. I think that went pretty well.
That's fucking crazy.
Next
it's
time
a hard fucking art form, folks.
It is. It is. Without a doubt.
You can learn from this show, for real. If you're thinking about doing this, you can learn from this show, from shit like that. There's do's and don't do's.
Human wrecking machine.
They got good weights in there. They got a good weight system. There's no On It products, but you can get your hard-boiled eggs.
You are wearing the On It shirt, which made me crack up from the beginning because it's Joe Rogan's company. So what are the odds of that?
Last time I met you, you had an On It shirt on too.
Last 3 times I've seen Joe.
Get some other
shirts.
Wow, I love it.
Represent the guy that owns the company.
Yeah, Joe doesn't want your sponsorship. Clearly.
So Gennaro was 90, and I walked in the room and he said, "You got the bluest eyes I've ever seen since Sinatra," and I was like,
The guy was trying to fuck you, you know that.
Yeah. But that's how it started.
I lasted a whole hour.
Whoa. Wow. Oh, boy. I don't even know if that's good. I don't know if that's a great...
okay, what does last mean to you?
Yeah.
Well,
what does that mean? When you say how long?
Like, I didn't come for a really long time.
In actually having sex?
Yeah.
How'd you pull that off? Did you just beat off a lot?
No, I haven't masturbated in 8 years.
What
You're
some kind of a fuck. You're some kind of a fucking weirdo, dude.
Oh, the horse of truth.
You go on stage, you have a minute, you don't tell any jokes, you ask questions. You haven't gotten laid your whole life. You got laid once. You fucked for an hour. You're the outlier of outliers. They should bring you to a lab somewhere and fucking study you.
Yeah.
When you came, did it smell?
Oh, Jesus. God, that's disgusting.
Like, it's going to be still there, right? It's going to come out like curdled. And
you should be a doctor.
Oh, my God.
I mean, did it kill the girl? Is she still alive?
Medical advice from Brian Redband. I don't know if you know this, but the cum sort of stays there.
Wait, I mean, where does it go? Does it evaporate? Does cum sweat?
From time to time.
So let's hear one of your jokes. You say you have actual
Okay,
jokes.
cool.
Let me hear one of your jokes.
All right, so I come from a super Christian family. My family's like the Bible. My dad is like Jesus Christ. I've waited my whole life for him to come back.
Should open with that. That's not bad. There's something there. Give us one more.
My uncle's like Satan. He's always trying to get inside me.
Ah, there you go. He's got jokes.
I like that.
Dude, drop the mic and walk away a winner. Walk away a winner.
I love it.
That's actually funny, dude.
I mean, he might be the first guy ever who lost his virginity and made it turn it into a meltdown. You know what I mean? Instead of getting better, I feel like most people would come out of the gate swinging, but
Well,
he got
obviously
so...
there's something wrong with him. You know?
Right. The not getting laid for 22 years, I understand.
Well, how about the
Not
no beating off part?
Yeah. That's exactly what's like completely... I mean, how do you
If
not
you didn't
just...
have arms, you would figure something out.
Yeah.
Can you explain the joke, like the sound? Like, what's why?
Don't,
what did that mean?
Joe and Brian's chemistry is the most beautiful thing. No, don't do it, Brian.
Like,
So great.
Yeah, if you're nervous, people root for you to get it right. Like, come on, hang in there. And then if you can come with some good jokes when you're nervous, like boom, all right, a reward.
Yeah.
You know, they stuck with you and you made them laugh.
Yeah. Makes it extra surprising.
Yeah.
Is Joe black?
Did you make me black?
I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah. He gave you Muhammad Ali head.
Perfect.
Not only did he make you black, he gave you a fro as well, Joe. Fro Rogan, if you will.
Once all digital recordings are deleted in the Great Apocalypse, the only evidence of this show will be a black guy on stage with you guys.
That's true.
I won't be a part
People
of
are going to try to figure out who that was.
Do those Instagram videos and shit?
Nah, fuck that.
Oh, yeah. Who needs that bullshit in their life?
Why do you say fuck that?
Because, like, you know, every kid my age is doing, like, Vine and shit and things like that.
Nobody's
you
doing
know.
Vine anymore.
True, right?
Fucking Tarzan's not doing Vines.
No, he said
you didn't. No, you didn't, Russell. No. How, you just out Tony Hinchcliffe. Son of a bitch.
That means he said a great fucking joke.
Listen, folks, I am a cheeseburger and I'm surrounded by two puns.
Wait, you just did it!
Oh!
Wait, you spun it on me!
Oh! A reversal! It's like pro wrestling!
Tony's the bottom!
Wait a second, how did that
How
happen?
much does an MRI machine cost?
Well, so we do third party, so we get
What,
like
these are fucking second-hand ones?
yeah. And
Dude,
so-
let's go in on one.
A good refurbished MRI machine?
I've never gone in on an MRI machine with a fellow comedian. It'd be fun thing to co-own.
From isolation
we could do
tanks
discount
to MRIs.
MRIs.
Let's see what happens when we turn it on and throw metal in the room, because I think it goes towards the magnet.
Come on, Tommy,
People
sell us
died,
on it.
right? Tommy, haven't people died from that because they left metal in the room and they turned the MRI on?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it goes through you like a bullet. Some kid died because they left a fire extinguisher in the room and it pulled it off the fucking wall. I might have made that up.
No, that's true.
You sold the shit out of it, too.
I do that. I'll do that. On occasion, I'll do that. But I always come clean.
Really?
Hitachi's like top of the line.
Is that true?
So
Yeah.
the Japanese are killing the game.
Yeah.
They kill the game in everything.
Yeah.
When they get a hold of something, they fix it.
You know, like what they did to automobiles. I mean, automobiles were pieces of shit. And then the Japanese figured out a way to just not make them break.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, fuck, we got to do that too? Like, people don't remember. In the 80s, cars just broke all the time. You drive down the street, 99.99% of the time, your car doesn't break anymore. Thank Japanese people. Get a fucking American car. Get an American car from the 60s and try to get to work every day. Good luck, bitch.
Are people just scared because Rogan's up here? And
I didn't do anything. I'm the nice one.
You're probably intimidating, though. For
I'm the nice one.
How
this
about
Russell Peters is mean.
If you go to a restaurant, I'm not saying which kind, and you know for a fact that they are hiring illegal immigrants, if you, let's just say, once a week, have a lunch there and casually slip out the back door, is that not calling it even? Is that not patriotic? Are you not taking? No? I think different.
You are one of the few people that's ever been heckled in a 60-second set. And that is just ruthless. That bitch didn't give you any air. She's like, nope.
On a side note,
there's so many people up here behind him. That's not totally unnatural.
Well, for a comic to have this, especially this many people behind you.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's like
you guys are taking Andrew Clement's side on this? Really? All right.
No, obviously it can be done. We've seen people do it.
People in the
but
round.
It's kind of a setup. It's a setup. It kind of fucks with you, right?
Do you drive as slow as you talk?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Tony Hinchcliffe.
Depends on the passenger.
Are you the smart one in your neighborhood? Are you the smart one that, man, I gotta get the fuck away from y'all retards? Y'all retards is holding me back. Plus Mexicans. Mexicans taking the jobs that I would take.
I don't say it, but I'd like to think
I want to work in the kitchen too. Shit. It's a good kitchen. You ever look in there? It's clean. And then you start saying crazy shit you don't even mean. I don't even like white people. Yeah. Like if you're walking home, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, is that giant white guy coming your way or a giant black guy coming your way? You could pick.
It doesn't matter to me.
Which, okay. I think it's a chemical thing for sure. They should go to wherever he was raised and dig up that dirt. They fucked it. They fucked those people down there. Down in the South, they just dump shit and study people.
He's a grown-up Zika
Go to
baby.
Infowars.com, ladies and gentlemen. Infowars.com. It's not easy. Your spot is like the hardest spot where you've got talent and then you have to figure out how to ditch the job. It's the hardest spot because nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to just cast away the net and take a chance. So you got to have like some disposable job. Right. You know, like a lot of people. Like, what'd you do? What'd you do when you were like struggling?
I just worked at shoe stores and sold fucking socks door to door. I did whatever.
But you didn't give a fuck about any of those jobs. Right? Yeah.
No.
I delivered newspapers.
I was a bellman before.
You delivered newspapers?
Yeah, every day. Yeah.
And he still has the hat.
The tips were shit.
Thank you. Did it again, Jeremiah.
Watkins is on tonight.
And the fun misdirect that I didn't see coming was you thinking that the homeless guy was hot for a second. Like, that part's funny to me. Was that part true? Was he semi-attractive, sort of like a young... Right.
I was like, he's confident, like...
Yeah, that does take super confidence to go from quarter to, like, want to go on a date.
He's like a man's man, you know, I don't know.
What's interesting that confidence is that attractive, like, even slightly. Because guys don't really give a fuck if a girl's confident. As long as she's nice.
That's true. We do
like
prefer
if she'll
nice,
talk to you, you're like, oh, you'll talk to me. Great. Like, women don't have to be aggressive towards men. So the idea of confidence being a characteristic that you look for, you know, it's interesting. It's like, that's like, no guys ever say that about a girl. Like, yeah, man, she's really confident.
Yeah. That's a nice way of saying she was ugly.
No.
Super duper confident, that one. Like, she thought she could hang out with me.
Like, you might use that in a long-term descriptive. Like, she's really smart, she's really confident, very interesting to talk to her. But you wouldn't just go with the confident thing right away. Like, oh, dude, you got a confident one? Fuck yeah. She'll probably know when you're fucking with her, and she'll break up with you early. She's smart. She's not going to take your bullshit. She's a confident one, right? It's weird. Whatever, I'm high. I don't give a fuck.
That was awesome.
People are on my wavelength or not. I'm done.
That's fun.
I'm so nervous.
That was very funny.
Oh, okay.
Don't be nervous at all. You're really talented. That was very funny. You just turned 21?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, how do you be unprofessional at a movie theater?
I was on my phone all the time, and I didn't really care about the job.
Excellent.
That's good.
Excellent way to go.
That's good.
If you're funny, like the last guy we were trying to tell him, if you're funny, that's the way to go.
That means you are professional.
Yeah, you're a professional comedian.
Sure.
Yeah, fuck that job.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody who works there, too. How about that?
Yeah.
Tell me where it is.
Fuck
Arclight. Arclight in Hollywood.
Arclight in Hollywood.
Oh, I used to love
I like
that
that
theater.
place.
Yeah, everybody likes the Arclight.
I feel bad now. Even in comedy, they're always very friendly. People are always nice. It's a really good theater.
Cinerama
You can pick
Yeah.
your seat. It's really nice.
All
This
right,
is
great.
one of the rare shows in America where you can tell a joke about fucking a baby and then they invite you to a drum off. It's so rare today. It's so rare today. Everyone's so sensitive. Would you have taken your clothes off if you went and did that?
Do you want a
first?
rebuttal in your underwear?
Would you have? Would you have just? Would you have just whipped your hog out and started slamming on the cymbals?
Oh, we could go Red Hot
You wanna
Chili
be crazy,
Pepper
motherfucker,
style.
I'll show you what's up. You
Chris
feel weird
McCoy.
about that naked guy behind you who just beat you playing drums? Is that weird?
On his drum set? No.
He's like dominant. He's dominant behind you. He's
I would
naked.
say that getting owned by a guy who just has his dick covered in a tube sock has to be a little awkward.
It's
put his
just
jacket on
hair,
now.
really. It's
Just a suit jacket and a tube sock.
And he's like directly, like he's like projecting it towards you, the whole thing.
And when he first came out, he was actually holding it on while he was walking, but he hasn't touched in quite a while, which leads me to believe that he got an erection when he owned you, and now the sock's just holding on itself.
That would be way hard to deal with, right? If he was rock hard, just playing his ass off, and you're like, I can't even get hard when I'm by myself. This dude is up here beating on the drums, hard as a rock. Okay? And all aggressive about it. It's weird, right? It's weird. Very rarely does this happen to you in life. Where you don't know it's going to happen, but you're on stage and there's a dude naked behind you beating the fuck out of the drums, and it's all about you.
while you're doing a squat, showing us how you go down.
Yeah.
Look at his piercing gaze. Look behind you.
Yeah.
He hasn't taken his eyes off you, man. He's like a fucking jaguar. He's like one of those mountain lions looking at your house cat through the window.
And
you ever see those memes?
And speaking of piercing gaze,
Piercing gaze.
Look at him, man. He hasn't stopped staring at you, dude. He's sizing you up. This is dark.
Bear. So let's just jump into it. You guys ready to start the show? 60 seconds. Uninterrupted. That sounds more like a bear than our...
I thought my shit was broken.
You've killed bears with bow and arrows.
Only bad ones. Only bad ones that taste good.
Wow, really? Okay.
My mom caught me once, and it was so embarrassing because she knew I was on the couch and I had a blanket over me, so she didn't see my dick.
Right.
But I was beaten off, and she came around the corner and she looked at me, and I pretended I just woke up from a nightmare. I go, "Oh my God, I was having a nightmare. I was so scared. I thought I was gonna die." And I was 16. I didn't know how to lie. And she didn't even say anything. She just looked at me, paused, and then turned and walked away. And now that I have kids, I realize how fucked up that is. Because if my kid told me I thought I was going to die, I was having a nightmare, I'd be like, "Oh, but you're not. Everything's good. Look, we're happy. We're here." And my mom was like, "This fucking loser." And she just turned around and walked away without saying a word to me. I'll never forgive her.
Oh, I love that.
I've always held that in contempt. I'm like, "God damn it, Mom. What if I was scared?"
That sounds like...
That's a total true story. Whenever I see her for the moment before I give her a hug, I think of that moment. Like, right as I go to give her a hug, "You know I beat off, Mom. Mwah, you made me."
And then the swastika thing, is that really been happening?
It's true. There's actually an Indian temple in I think it's Chatsworth, but I've been there before. And the swastikas, it's really old. It's like it's a really ancient symbol, and sometimes it goes the other way. It mixes up. Yeah, it's a super old symbol that the goddamn Nazis fucked up.
I'm a PhD. I came here before one time and I talked about how I'm a PhD student.
PhD student.
Yeah, I get paid from a fellowship, so.
Yeah, because she's a woman. She's smart. She can handle both, Tony.
Wow. You're a really hateful woman, Jeremiah.
No, I'm a bitch.
He's a nasty woman.
Jeremiah, do you have another name? What should we call you?
What's your name?
You have to transition. You have to have a name.
It's Stacy.
I love it.
That was quick.
Daisy. He immediately became Daisy.
Stacy, right?
Daisy and
SWAT stickers, swastikas. What's the difference?
Pallavi, you got a boyfriend?
I'm single.
What kind of boys are you into? Indian boys?
No. What?
Wow, that was a strong no.
It just is a fun assumption.
Just because the color of her skin, she likes a certain kind of person? That's gross, Tony.
I love having this behind me right now.
That was like a female Trump.
Yeah, that was weird. Daisy went away.
I'm still transitioning.
Now that Trump canceled Obamacare, Daisy can't get her meds.
Oh, shit.
Victim number 1, Daisy.
The Chris Cyborg didn't come?
Do you guys know what Tony wrote to her?
Earlier, I woke up to a tweet.
She wrote that she was going to come down. She's been threatening Tony because he made a joke about her penis. You were talking about roasting fighters.
Yeah.
And we said who would be first.
Yeah.
And we said Cyborg.
You said Cyborg.
And then, so Tony and I both said something totally inappropriate.
Right.
Regarding cutting weight by removing a penis.
Yeah.
Wow.
To which I obviously apologize for. We were drunk. We were half in the bag, 30,000 feet in the air.
Yeah. I'll be unconscious after the first thing that she does. Like, what if she just slapped me? I would just, I'd just pass out. So she would show some mercy because she'd be like, I killed him. Look.
Hey, Tony.
What's that accent?
I could think.
Do that again. How is that?
I could think of
like Borat.
It is my cyborg accent. I have to go to a deeper voice, actually, when I do a Cyborg impression.
How dare you.
What I said is true. Cyborg, if you want to come on this show and...
When was the last time somebody beat the fuck out of you?
I don't trust Elon Musk.
Now,
what?
Do you ever...
Why don't you trust Elon Musk?
Because he's...
Oh,
I
shit.
watched interviews with him, and he's a loon. He's like a cult sort of leader, and I don't think his vision of the... I just think he's.
You mean
full
he's
of
the
shit.
CEO of a company? When
He's
you
a
say
billion
cult leader.
Okay, I don't trust him.
Why not?
Who do you trust?
What?
Why not?
Well, did you see the Werner Herzog documentary about the internet?
Yes.
His interview with him, and he was talking about how he had nightmares. Now that's fine that he has nightmares, but I just think.
Did he really have nightmares, or did he just get caught jerking off by his mom? You know what I mean? That's the real question.
Powerful, Tony.
That's what a home run looks like, everybody.
So what about it bothered you so much that you're like, fuck Elon Musk? Because I know if he was sitting here right now, you probably wouldn't be saying fuck Elon Musk, right?
Well, if he was on the panel, no.
Nah. But if you met him, would you be like, fuck you, man?
No, I don't say that to people.
Right, but you're like saying it to like 1 million people.
I don't know. I'm not a futurist.
Would you ever buy one of his products?
Oh, backpedal. I don't think you get to be a super genius without being a little odd. But I think you got to look at the guy's accomplishments. They've been pretty stellar.
It's amazing.
He's always involved in these super successful companies. When you hear him talk about technology in the future, he seems very measured, very aware, very intelligent. But yet he has to deal with fuckheads like you.
He has a Scientology.
Calling him a loser.
He has a Scientology quality about him.
It's called being really fucking smart.
That bothers me.
Why do you think you're the one with the lisp?
Why?
Yeah.
Where does a lisp come from?
I have no idea.
Something
Doctors
happened to
don't
you?
know. They have no idea.
I didn't have it for a long time, and I broke my nose, and I think maybe that may have something to do with it.
You broke your
Whoa.
nose? And
How
then
old
you
were
had
you when you broke your nose?
Like 13.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when you started lisping.
I think so. Yeah. Well, I never got it fixed. We were playing football, and I got pushed into a fence, and it just broke it. And my brother's like, all right, we'll put it back in place, and they just cranked it back in place.
You can sort of see. It's got a little C shape to it.
Was your palate broken too, and how bad was the injury?
Oh, I don't know.
Because if you shatter your palate and it pushes the shape of your face in, it'll
that
change.
That could have been
it'll change the way you make noises with your face.
Yeah.
And your lip.
Yeah, because it changes the musical instrument of your mouth. It happens to people sometimes.
Yeah.
Like when people get their nose broken, it definitely changes their voice, but I've never heard of it giving a lisp. But if you got your palate broken too, it's possible.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Dark shit.
There's only one way for us to know. It's time that we break the other Virzi triplets' noses. Every
Have you ever? We got to bring Cyborg in here.
Yeah.
We'll get him down here.
And ever head kick your brothers. I'm playing doctor here, but when does the lisp come on? Does it come on if you're flustered, or if you're trying to get more air, if you're trying to talk faster or louder?
I honestly don't know. I don't notice.
Anybody
like
that's
your,
listening.
your tongue keeps knocking into your teeth. Like if I had a guess, and I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
Somebody fucked your teeth up, bro. And they pushed your teeth in when your nose got broken. Like the
does.
whole
Maybe.
thing pushed in.
Well-
Because it seems like your tongue is like struggling in there. It keeps banging up against your mouth.
Yeah.
So then the full word doesn't come out right because
yeah.
it's fucking with the door.
Well, I had braces and I never wore my retainers, so
Gate-
maybe they're shifting around.
Yeah, you got that's what's going on, man.
And that was when you were around 13 years old.
Yeah, it was all around that same time. So just
What'd you cry about?
My dog.
Ooh, what about
happened? He died.
Oh, Jesus. What did it do? Go on the Hillary March? That doesn't even make
No.
sense. That wasn't
Jesus,
too
Tony,
soon.
you were just hoping for a Hillary
Yeah.
March
Idiot.
reference.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
force it in.
I'm an idiot.
Shoehorn it.
Yeah.
Wow. How long did you have your dog for?
14 years.
Oh, my God. What
Yeah.
kind of dog was it?
Soft-coated Wheaton Terrier.
Just stop it already.
Jesus. What was his name?
Wembley.
Wembley?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Well, I liked being on Joe's podcast. That
Okay.
was probably the most fun because it was on the 4th of July, and it was a super, super fun 4th of July.
Yeah, and Wembley was still alive.
Yes,
Everything
he
was good.
Yes. My dog was not dead at that time. So not only was I in the podcast, but I got to pet my dog. Thank you for reminding me, Tony Hinchcliffe.
You're welcome.
Yes.
It was a great episode. All your
Yeah.
stories about being a criminal defense attorney, they're pretty intense.
Yeah.
You know, I met Mike when we were in the parking lot one day. We just had a conversation, and he was working here. And he started talking about all the crazy systematic racism that he had to deal with
Yep.
when he was working at the store. And, working as a lawyer. And
Store's not racist.
Let's be honest.
Please
I
don't
got
find me,
confused
General
there for a
Manager.
moment. But your stories are intense, man.
Yeah.
It was a crazy podcast. Very revealing, and
Yeah.
a lot of people really enjoyed it. So thank you for
Thank
doing
you.
that.
Thank
you.
We're never going to drought
But
again
I think
after
of,
what's
like-
happened here this
I
past
think
month.
of people who need water.
Let's face it. I don't want to hear that fucking word again. This rain has sucked.
You're such a bitch.
I hate it. It's not a
It
bitch.
rains 5 days in 6 years. You're
Yep.
like, it's enough.
It has not been 5
Enough.
days. It's not been 5
Enough.
days. The energy in here is insane. We're just trying to ride that Bruce Buffer wave still.
He's the best.
He really
He's
is.
the best ever. He's
Welcome.
the best ever.
You have a new special coming out on Netflix in a few months.
I don't think they're supposed to announce it yet.
Oh,
but
okie
yeah.
dokie. Okie dokie.
I think I've already said it, so yeah.
Guys, please put your hands together for my guest tonight, Joe Rogan!
Oh my God.
Wow. For those of you listening to the podcast, he looks like the actual Joe Rogan if he had stage 6 cancer. Wow, if Powder got a bunch of tattoos, this is what it would be like. Oh my God. He has elk written on a Jack Link's beef jerky bag and on its shirt arm tattoos. And how did you get your head to be like that?
That's impressive.
You went to a real professional for that.
I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
Got really nervous. It happened so quick.
It's a good thing to do. It's hard.
Yeah.
Someone saying ready, set, go, and you didn't even know whether it was going to be you, and then a minute later. It's a courageous job, and to do it on the internet, it's very hard.
Yeah.
You know, what you guys are doing is probably one of the most difficult things in stand-up, and no one should ask you to do it. But
I'm Egyptian.
Joe, what have we gotten ourselves into?
I don't know, bro.
What kind of name is Centofanti?
It's Italian. Actually, a lot of Centofantis paved the streets of Youngstown, where you're from.
Is that true?
Yeah. Cement men.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Is that true? Jamie, look that up real quick.
I knew he was from Detroit because it looks like all he eats is M&Ms.
M&Ms?
That's a Tony
Eminem is
Hinchcliffe.
from
Get
Detroit.
it? Don't you get it? That's your kind of joke, you fuck.
No, it's not.
Thank you. I'm in the
Why are
writers'
these people
guild.
laughing?
Thank you.
No.
Why are these people laughing if he's not correct?
This reminds me of when I roasted Snoop Dogg. One shot, my special, available now. You
Oh
buffoons.
my God.
I got to tell you, man, you went real risky with the school shooting right up front. Did you think about that before? Like, fuck, should I do this?
Especially since you're dressed like a school shooter.
Now that's a fucking Tony Hinchcliffe joke.
I can't take this.
Oh my God, I am too high for this right now.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Jeremiah Rogan might be one of my favorite characters I've ever seen.
My name is Nose Rogan.
What was that crowd like in the Congo?
It's wild.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of people get away with saying that. You happen to be one of them.
My dad is actually very famous in the Congo. Because,
Yeah?
Yeah, he used to be a professional boxer.
Ah.
So, and he had a great work ethic. He worked from home.
He worked from home?
Yeah.
So he hit your mom?
I think this show is illegal. I don't think you can do any of the things you've done so far.
They sign up
You
for
too,
it,
Dom
Joe.
Irrera. This is illegal
What kind of
now.
house did you grow up in?
You mean like a household?
Yeah,
I
is it
mean-
like a house? Do they have houses in the Congo, like 2 stories? Or?
Yeah, house. Like
Yeah?
regular.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I don't want to be around for the Jezebel article about this episode.
Me neither.
Is she American citizen?
She is.
Thinking about getting that green card, son? You know what to do. You know what to do.
Already
Make
had
it
that
permanent, kid.
Already
Sign
had-
the papers.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
She's white?
Be scared of commitment.
she's actually black.
A black. Whoa. Again, there's only a few people who can get away with saying that. You happen to be one of them. You said that with like a South African accent. She's actually a black. A black.
Her
That's-
name is Nala.
that
She's
is-
gorgeous.
That's a fucking dark thing to say. She's a black. Woo.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on back
What
there.
were you in for, bro?
Man, raping and stuff.
Again, I think this fucking show is illegal. I don't think you could do any of these things anymore.
Yo, you ain't no snitch, are you, Joe Rogan?
I'm feeling very uncomfortable about being here.
Joe Rogan.
You're real comfortable, man. You're past one of the toughest hurdles in all of comedy. You're super comfortable.
Thanks,
like
man.
you go on stage, you're comfortable. You're fun to watch. You got great energy. You know, you're past the hardest hurdle, wouldn't you say? Like how comfortable he is on stage.
He's
It's
had that-
one of the hardest hurdles.
Yeah.
That's a
Look at
hurdle.
you. It's what it really is, man. It's like all the other stuff sort of falls into place, but for some people, the being comfortable part never falls into place. It's a really
100%.
difficult thing. And some guys become writers because they never truly feel comfortable on stage. And you're just comfortable right off the bat. It's very good, man. It's very
Malcolm
good.
on his way. One person called him an idiot. Don't yell at those guys. Don't get them in trouble. I see security over there. Are they getting in trouble now?
Yo, Tony, I was only stabbing,
all
dude.
Right, fuck it.
It's good for the club. They're gonna buy more drinks now.
You
we're
look
all
like
good.
a young Oompa Loompa, Alex. I don't know what's going on here. Have you ever done
What
stand-up
happened?
before?
Yeah, I've been doing it for 9
Hold on,
months.
let's actually find out what did happen.
Something's
shall we?
happening back
Can we
there.
get a report from one of the door guys? Can you yell something?
Oh, that's the best thing anybody's ever said ever.
He mad.
When you said, "Can I get a report from a door guy?" He says, "He mad." You win, sir. You should be a meme right now, and you should be spread.
Alex.
You should be trending worldwide. Hashtag he mad. Let's get this bitch going, folks. Take pictures. He mad. Hashtag he mad.
When I told my husband that I wanted to have sex with Joe Rogan, oh my God. He said that Joe would break me. Well, Joe, fear is not a factor for me.
Joy Hinchcliffe, ladies and gentlemen.